DA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here in the top left, in the blue for Incredible Miracle, back again, it's ByuL.
ByuL, great player, Mountain. Wrecking ByuL up against the King of Marines, MarineKing. Spawning opposite of him down to the bottom right in the purple. Will he pull off a bold proxy?
For now, it doesn't look that way.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing the 8 proxy you've seen a lot on this map, where he hides it, you know, outside the Zerg's main. It's the end. Something, let's finish it. That handwriting is so hard, man.
That was really hard to read. I just like the way you translate the beginning thing. It's like, it's the end. It is the end of life.
Well, I guess like maybe it's more accurately translated. It's the final, the final round, basically. I guess whichever way you want to look at it. MarineKing, is he going to CC first? No. He's Q to barracks. And he asked for a pause. So, I'm not sure what the issue is going to be here. Now, don't forget, MarineKing is one of the players who's been most affected by nerves in high-pressure situations. I mean, even back from his Foxer days when he was playing against NST in the grand finals of Open Season number 2 of the GSL, back in the days of TG Sambo and whatnot, way long ago. He choked in Game 5, same positions as Game 1, very favorable hatch timing from NST, and he pulls his SCVs and just messes up his micro. And I'm like, I guess we're just going to take a look at how our observer has his settings. Turns on mouse scroll, that's what that says. And, well, mouse scroll is on now. Oh, this is MarineKing's computer, actually, I think. Because it only showed his vision.
Ah, okay.
Not sure what the... mouse scroll in this case, I believe, is where you can scroll the mouse on the edge of the screen to move, rather than being forced to like use arrow keys or click on the minimap. So, of course, you want that on in almost every case. We do have a ton of customization options in StarCraft 2 to use. So, I think that was MarineKing just being like, wait a minute, I couldn't scroll. ByuL getting a cheer here. And, yeah, I think that's probably like as simple as it gets. I mean, that doesn't affect the game until that moment. He pauses and turns it on. Probably may get a warning for this, but since it's the last game of the day, I don't think that's really going to matter unless they end up getting any of the warnings that I don't know of today.
Well, MarineKing before was the player who GG'd out in the Hangul, in the Korean writing, and actually lost his team a point. So I'm sure he's going to be on point here again, not to do that once again, but there's something to keep in mind. Got to be careful.
It's like so funny, like ByuL like GGs, and like MarineKing types GG fast enough back to him, but like he types it in Hangul, and they're like, actually ByuL wins because you have a warning. Like, that would be terrible. I don't think you're actually allowed to reply to the GG.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not sure on that one, but I think this problem is like pretty much solved, right? Like he turned on his mouse scroll and
yeah, maybe they're just deciding like how to continue the game on from here. Like, I mean, I'd assume we just go from the replay, or no, we're just pause. We can just start it again. Like,
yeah, we can just resume, unless there's some sort of deeper, further issue here. I mean, I'm looking at Gerard on the bench, and he's like not talking to anybody. So I don't think there's any sort of form of like dispute going on here about whether or not he gets a warning or anything like that. I think it's pretty much already set.
Seems that way, at least.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna take some time. If I have my preview monitor, like I could tell you guys like what's happening if we're doing like a rebong or if we're like,
yeah,
actually, you know, like if they're discussing in the chat, like making sure everyone's settings are okay.
But I don't know. For now, we're just gonna have to wait. So you guys, I know it's probably late wherever you are, but you could definitely go ahead and take a little break. I'm sure we'll be back here very shortly. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Take some time to follow proleague.en or like on Facebook. You can follow SC2 Pro League on Twitter. You can also follow myself at ProxyWolf from Brendan at Brendan Valdez. You know, Alt-Tab, open some tabs. if you're a fan of old school RPGs, I'll tell you guys I've been playing the Mother series like crazy right now. I like delved back into that. I beat Earthbound about a year ago on stream, and I never played Mother 3. I beat it. Great game. I'm like playing Mother 1 right now, and I'm looking forward to Mother 4. If you guys are like Earthbound people or Mother people, and they're making a 4th game, you can go to mother4game.com, check that out. I've been like loving that trailer and that game that's coming out. It's been getting me pretty hyped.
I gotta check that out, man. You know this, but I'll just tell to the people on the stream. I was on the bus to come here, and I'm just now starting Mother 3 because of you. You're like, okay, you gotta
play it, man.
And I'm on the bus, and like some crazy stuff goes down like near the stop here, and I just totally miss it. And I go like 6 stops in the opposite direction. I'm like, oh my god, I have to get off this bus. I forgot. Like, I was just here playing Mother 3 on the bus. Like,
it's pretty, it can get you quite absorbed. If you guys are wondering, well, it wasn't Mother 3 only released in Japan. It was, and there's also a translation patch. So I know a lot of people watching this like RPGs, so that's why I'm giving you guys this bit of info. Because like I said, we have no idea, no updates whatsoever about what's happening. We saw a camera shot briefly of it looked like some sort of decision being given to the Prime team. Now, if like some weird situation arises where like Prime just like loses here or something, that would be crazy. But I really don't think that's what's happening.
No, I mean
that's like never happened before. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, both these players were talked to. It seemed like ByuL was informed of what the reasoning was behind the pause, and it looks like we're going to jump back into this game.
Looks that way. Both players are looking prepped and ready, and they're probably getting the countdown in the game. You guys will probably see it in Korean as soon as we get back to that screen of the game. I can't see it because I don't have a pre-monitor anymore, but okay. Looks like we're going back into the game. Let's do it. Okay. Resumed completely from pause. No resume from replay, nothing like that. There's the countdown I was talking about. And he says after I put the countdown in, we're going to start. So there you have it.
And with this, that barracks that was supposed to be queued up, it's not queued up anymore. And he's actually just going to continue making these SUVs and go right into that command center.
Pool first here for ByuL. That's like pretty in my opinion, it's like very respectful of how MarineKing often plays and the likelihood that he'll go for a fast Reaper build. And you might look at it and say, wow, he's even going gas. Is he going to do like a crazy all-in? Possibly, but unlikely. I think the reason he gets the gas is so if the Reaper build comes, not only does he have the Lings to deal with it and the Queen that pops out to deal with it, he has fast Zergling speed to punish it as well and stop MarineKing and keep him all out of his natural and stuff like that. So he's basically like under the assumption that MarineKing is going for a Reaper build. Unfortunately for him, MarineKing's doing a build that's pretty good against what he's up against. It's very economic, and it's a CC first.
Yeah, well said. I totally agree with you on that. It makes a bunch of sense. Back at MarineKing's base, he does follow this up with the gas. So probably going to follow up with the Reaper here.
Yeah, just get some scout information, albeit delayed. And ByuL comes over here, sees the barracks finishing up. Now sees the command center, has complete awareness of what build he's up against. Yeah. And we'll go, well, I guess he could go and check the gas. One way is to just stay here and see if a Reaper comes out or not. That's also one way to find out what the next step is.
And MarineKing actually going to start with one Marine. Maybe just to get that Overlord out of there. Deny the scouting first. But actually follows up with another Marine here.
Yeah, second Marine. And going to drop a factory perhaps, it looks like.
Yeah, there it is.
And that's pretty... Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting because ByuL now, he's going to deny the scout on the gas. MarineKing doesn't know the timing of the hatchery either because of how late his scout was. He could actually do an all-in off of this because there's so few units and he knows there's a factory coming up. Let's see how he decides to play this because with that gas, he's got a lot of extra opportunity to maybe even do like a roach push if he wants to. I'm really curious to see how he's going to follow us up. Drones for now. Needs a little bit more gas before he's going to be able to take anything.
SCV actually winning the fight against his Zergling. I guess that extra health will do that for you.
Certainly helpful. Third CC coming up as well. MarineKing playing very greedy here. If ByuL was able to identify this, he could do so much with it. Oh my God, he's not lowered. And if he lifts here, oh my God, he lifted it! He lifted it! He was not paying attention, and now he's got 2 Marines versus all of these Zerglings. This is going to be a big problem. Incredible micro out of MarineKing here with just a few Marines, but speed is done. Doesn't have any follow-up to this. Well, he's got 12 Lings on the way now, but they're a bit too late. This is a very funny situation. He can't land his factory actually where he wants it to just yet.
He can't land it on the add-on there. He can't land it on that reactor. So even though he's able to land it still, this is so annoying.
And those Lings are starting to come across the map here, but I don't think he's going to be able to break through, will he? Not without a Baneling Nest, which he doesn't have.
Yeah,
and this is actually pretty okay for MarineKing now at the end of the day. He's going to have to deal with these Lings as natural. Oh my God, for a second I thought he was going to get in. The SCVs are not getting in though, so they're going to take a beating here.
A lot of free SCVs there, although he did have to make the follow-up Zerglings to kill those, so that is one thing to note. But still, MarineKing does still have the 3 CCs, but on the other hand, ByuL has his 3rd base coming up pretty fast here as well, and he knows he's got MarineKing way back there, and he's just going to drone up from here and just get his economy huge.
I'm fairly certain ByuL saw the evolution chambers too, or the E-bays as well with that Ling before it died. This is something I wish I could check to give you guys the certainty, but we'll kind of guess as we watch the next few moments here to see if he seems to be reacting to that. Because the big question for him now would be, okay, do you go mech or do you go bio as a follow-up? Okay, the Baneling Nest here seems to be, okay, he knows. I would say with almost certainty that the E-bays are there and he's up against bio.
Yeah, definitely. So, he's got his own 2 Evo chambers as well. Going to go into double upgrades for himself to follow up the double upgrades of MarineKing as well.
Yeah, man, he even saw with the Overlord, so all mysteries aside here. Sorry, Overlord. Did your job, but some of these things just need to be clarified. So, Lair is on the way. You know, he's going to have the Baneling Nest defensively to deal with any sort of aggressive pressure that MarineKing sends out here. MarineKing doesn't have enough units really to move out on the map anytime soon, but had he, ByuL would have been ready. ByuL now taking the last of his gases so that when this Lair finishes, he'll have enough resources to start a Spire and then start building up that bank to get the Mutalisks out. So it looks like we're going to see, I mean, all things considered how funny this game started, a game that transitioned into pretty normal play.
Yeah, definitely see that soon. I'd expect to see even ByuL try to drop down that 4th base. I just got distracted by someone running up on stage, but that's fine.
So I just got a
you got
update.
That too.
I got an update from from one of our stats guys actually, but I also works close to production. MarineKing paused for his own personal settings. So Prime gets 1 warning, is the official ruling. This is what we thought was likely to be the case, but I guess for the mouse scroll, which was even shown on screen, which is actually pretty rare to see a personal player's camera on screen, but that was the issue. And there's not a tight wall here, but sometimes it just doesn't matter when there's enough Terran units at home.
Yeah, and the Hellions going to come back, deny these Zerglings even further. Going to keep 1 Zergling there just for scouting and run the rest of those away.
Now, these Hellions are much more valuable in the current patch than they would be in another matchup or in another time frame, another meta, whatever you want to call it. Because all of these Hellions, yeah, they're good at fighting against Zerglings and they can harass a little bit, but they've kind of missed their boat on harassing drones and going to the 3rd base and killing queens. Hold that thought. These Lings are going to get some damage done here, killing some very important mules as well. But these Hellions can transform to Hellbats now at whims, at the whims of MarineKing, because, as he does here, because he has the armory done. So you can basically always switch now. So you can harass with Hellbats to the base, change them back into Hellions perhaps, and then even drive away and escape. One of the cooler features in Heart of the Storm that wasn't really used all too often up until now, but it's getting a lot more usage after this buff. Here we go, Marauders to lead the charge. This is a scary push, and Baneling speed is not done yet.
Yeah, not quite done, not even on the production tab for right now, actually. He's making a bunch more Banelings, of course, but he's mainly focused on getting those mutas out. But hold that thought, another counterattack over here with a bunch of Zerglings. I know he has 2 over there to the right as well. Those might be morphing into Banelings. Yes, there they are. They don't have the speed, though, and there are units there if they focus them. might just hit a couple of those and does get 3 kills.
Definitely worth it. Gets a depot there as well with the Zerglings on his way out. Actually supply blocking MarineKing here, forcing him to make a lot more depots, affecting his production a little bit negatively here, as you guys can see on the bottom right of the screen. 5 more mutas to come out here, and ByuL is looking pretty solid. Defending that push was the most important thing that he could have done in this game. It might actually be like something that is, you know, just what ends up winning him the game. No cancel here hurts a lot. He's going to lose another Overlord, it looks like, but he held the push, and he got the Mulus count out to now control the map, so that later he can really get that 4th base up.
And look at this gigantic counterattack, going to surround a bunch of units. Zerglings going into the natural now, may even head to the main, and wreaking havoc on that 3rd base as well with those Mutalisks.
Yep, doing a lot of damage here, and kills a turret as well. Getting the refineries, killing the command center perhaps, getting it pretty low. One refinery goes down. I don't think he's going to get the command center, but if he gets it low, maybe he can snipe it later. Maybe force a repair at the very least. That's expensive, you know.
It's just so annoying for MarineKing. He was trying to put on the pressure and gain map control. He denied the 4th base, even the cancel on the 4th base, but then that huge counterattack just doing a ton of damage here. Going to send in even more of these banelings without the speed yet.
Yeah, he forgot it. You know, our observer was kind of highlighting that earlier. He's, oh my god, MarineKing not paying attention. That's a lot of mules killed there. He didn't even need that many banelings to do that job. MarineKing down significantly in harvesters, and with all those mules that he keeps losing, you can't really count those in. You know, normally it's like, well, he's down a bunch of harvesters, but he's got the mules, but he doesn't have the mules anymore. He just lost them. 3-3 has started for him, as 2-2 is about halfway done-ish in some regards here for ByuL. But it's going to be a long, hard road to get to be able to use that. ByuL is really on point with his Mulus control. Like I said, he was able to use those Mulus to control the map, get that 4th base finally secured so he can use his big drone count of up to 70 now. Looks like he just made something else, so 69, but a lot of drones to saturate these bases. And MarineKing is stuck on the defensive where he's barely even able to mine from his 3rd base because he's constantly harassing. Uh-oh. Target number 1, it's the E-base.
And he's going to be able to come over here. There's no defense, no turrets.
No repair even. He's going to get the armor, it looks like. Gets it. Better to get the attack, but you know what? That's a big win here. That's going to really help him. Going to hurt MarineKing a lot. Had MarineKing lost both, it could have been devastating. Now here we go. No turrets here whatsoever. More and more SCVs starting to fall. MarineKing has fallen apart here a little bit. It seems to be that MarineKing's strength in this matchup is either in his mech play or in his early game. And oh god, that is unacceptable to lose that. Loses a medevac as well. Oh, Brendan, this is looking to be a pretty painful game here for MarineKing. He's totally lost control.
You said it, man. He's falling apart right now, and ByuL is just taking advantage of him. ByuL is just way too comfortable right now in this matchup, and he's going to come in with these incredible muta control once again, pick off more units. And he loses 1 muta. Doesn't matter. Still doing so much damage. Maxed out. Brings in more Zerglings there at the 3rd base. Kills even more SCVs.
Oh, he is just playing like a god right now. Mulus over here get warded away. He gets the 2nd eBay.
Oh, boy.
And I'm pretty sure +3 didn't finish. I would have seen that, I reckon.
Yeah.
17 Mulus. That's not even that many, but he's making it work. This looks like MarineKing maybe his last-ditch attempt to win the game, but how many Banelings do we have? Like 70 or something? He's got like an ungodly amount of them.
Oh my god!
Here they go! And MarineKing, your splits are amazing, but this is a numbers game. I do not think you can win. Too many Banelings here. Marauders soak up the last of them, but now triple the supply here for ByuL. Fans are standing up in the audience, and like 2 fans stood up in the audience. Sorry.
I saw a couple of girls in the audience put their hands over their mouths at the destruction that just took place.
God, is he going to get the command center with this? He starts it to burn. Dropping changelings everywhere. He's dancing the Zerglings. ByuL, 2 wins in a row. Going to call this a night here. Going to call it a win. Call it a victory. And that's it, man.
Yep, that's going to be it. GG. Scans go down, wanted to see if there was a 5th base. It was, but not in that location. And ByuL takes in the ace match against Prime.
Very, very well played. A solid early game from MarineKing. Good defense against what he was up against early on. But, you know, not enough. Not enough. The late game here is superior for ByuL, as he already showed us in the Zerg versus Cassia, you know. You can tango with me in the early game. That's where you're strong, but I'm also strong in the early game. And when it goes longer than that, you're just not going to be able to keep up.
Yeah. Now, Incredible Miracle, this isn't the score they wanted to win over Prime with, of course, but they still get the win. Win's very, very important. And starting with the win on day 1 of round 4, definitely very important as well. MarineKing not looking super crushed, but definitely not very happy with his loss here. Definitely getting torn apart by the skill of ByuL in that game.
Well, that's the end, man. That was a pretty fantastic game. Just really good harassment from ByuL all around. Flying around the map with his Mutalisk, bouncing between the bases. Having like 3 to 12s early, depending on what his mood is. Killing SCVs at the 3rd. Killing the mules. Harassing with slow banelings.
Yeah.